Hello, welcome to episode 2 of Twinkling to Success. My name is Alex, and today I'll be covering basic playing on the clarinet. Please remember that these do-it-yourself videos will present information to you rather quickly, so pausing and replaying is recommended for you to best learn from these videos. So, now with your assembled clarinet, your fully assembled clarinet, you will now learn where to place your fingers. So your left hand should always be on top of your right hand, and your fingers should be placed in the areas as follows. Remember, you will notice that on the back side of the clarinet, there is this protruding piece of metal. This is where your right hand thumb should be. Oh, and by the way, whether you are left-handed or right-handed does not matter for these cases. It was always right hand on the bottom and left hand on top. So back to this, your right hand thumb should be going under this piece of metal so that you are able to hold the clarinet up with your right hand, like this. So, to figure out where the left hand goes, all you have to do is follow these steps. So there is a back hole right here on the clarinet. What you do is you put your thumb, your left hand thumb, around this area. Keep in mind that you don't necessarily have to cover all these holes and press down, because some notes will not require you to press those specific keys down. But for now, just put your thumb in around this area. Then turn the clarinet back to how the audience would see it. You would place your pointer finger on this top hole right here, your middle finger on this key right here, this hole right here. Not this key, but this hole right here. And then your ring finger on this harder to see hole right here that doesn't have metal around it, right there. So that's how you should place your left hand on top. Your right hand, with your thumb still on this thumb holder, your pointer finger should go on this top hole. Your middle finger should go on this hole, and then your ring finger should go on this hole. Now you may be wondering, what do I do with my two pinkies? Well, your pinkies should be on top of these sort of metal-like teardrop keys, but do not press them down, as most notes do not require you to press those keys down. And then your right hand should similarly be on these sort of metal teardrop-shaped keys. So all in all, your holding position should look like this. The back is a little harder, but your thumb should be here, and your right hand holding there. So it should look like this. Excellent. So now that you know how to hold the clarinet, we will play our first note. But first, just please hold your clarinet in the correct position, and don't worry about pressing any keys down just yet. What I want you to do is I want you to blow into it just like you did with your mouthpiece in the previous episode. For reference, what we did was we got our thumb, we placed it in our mouth like this, and bit down. And all we did differently was we now put a mouthpiece biting about where the gap of the reed is to the mouthpiece, and just not adding any extra pressure in the lower lip, and just closing in our lips around the mouthpiece. We got to sound like this. All we want to do now is do the same thing, but with the entire clarinet. So you should get a sound like this. So if you did what I just did, you should have gotten the sound so. That is what so sounds like for the purpose of this episode. Now to learn how to play fa, all you have to do is add the left hand thumb, and it should sound like this. Now, if you're having issues getting a sound, please make sure of the following. Make sure that you are completely covering the hole, in this case, just the thumb, for fa. And please also make sure the following. Make sure that you are keeping the clarinet, just like how we did the mouthpiece, at a near vertical angle, maybe just slightly away from you. All right? And make sure that your lower lip is not pressing up against the reed. Otherwise, you would get a very muffled sound, or a sound like you will not be able to play a sound. And if make sure that you're also not biting on the reed, that your lower lip is covering, and that is where the clarinet reed is resting, because otherwise you would get a sound like this, which is the incorrect sound, right? So you've just learned how to play fa. We will continue going down the scale until we reach do. So please replay or pause to make sure you can get all these notes. All right. Next we will play mi, and all you have to do for mi is do what you did for fa. Add this thumb, and then for mi, add the left hand pointer finger right here onto the key where it should be, on the first hole, and it should sound like this. Next, we will play re, and all you do is from me, all you have to do is add the left hand middle finger where it should be. It should sound like this. And then finally, we will play do. And all you have to do to play do is add the ring finger of the left hand to what you have already been doing right there, onto that hole that's hard to see. And you should get a sound like this. Congrats! So you have played do, re, mi, fa, and so. So please try to play this. 1, 2, 3, listen. In solfege, what I just played was do, re, mi, fa, so, fa, mi, re, do. So, I will now sing this for you and clap the rhythm. So please pause and replay this exercise as many times as you need in order to get this. All right? Ready? Oops, sorry, I need to put my clarinet down. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, re, mi, fa, so, fa, mi, re, do. Nice job. Now, please try to play this exercise. In solfege, that was do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. So this exercise introduces a new note, la. So to play la, all you have to do is, instead of, it is open like so, but all you have to do is place your pointer finger, instead of on this key, onto the tear shape to drop shaped key right here. You should get a sound like this. Keep in mind that it is just that key and nothing else for your left hand. All right? So now that you've learned to play la, I will now sing for you the exercise, and I will clap so you can play along. Remember to pause and replay if needed. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Good. Now we will try to play this one last exercise. Please listen. So this exercise introduces another new note. This note is T. So T is played with the fingering for do. So your back thumb, your pointer, your middle, and your left hand ring, and all you have to do is add the right hand middle finger. So it should sound like this. If you're having issues with this note, please keep in mind that it is the middle finger that you're adding, not the pointer. Please refer to the more beginning parts of this episode to remember exactly where to place all your fingers in the case that you forgot. Also remember that even though you're going lower, you don't have to do anything extra with your mouth. Your mouth should be exactly the same as it always is, just air, just blowing air. If you pinch up, if you pinch the note to try to get the note to come out, you actually make the note harder. So make sure you are relaxed and not add any extra pressure, and you should get T, which sounds like this. Now that you learned how to play T, I will now sing for you the exercise and clap the rhythm for you. If you need to, make sure you replay and pause if needed. All right, 1, 2, ready, go. So, fa, mi, re, ti, do. All right, good. So now we will try to play what this show is named after, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So I will play the whole thing for you right now. please excuse the mistake in the middle. But that for us to actually learn this entire song, I will now break it up for you. So you do this phrase by phrase. So the first phrase was do, do, so, just back. So sorry, so is empty, so just open. So, so, la, la, so. I will now sing this for you and clap the rhythm. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, do, so, so, la, la, so. Nice job. Now we'll continue to the next part. Fa, which is just a thumb. Fa, fa, mi, mi, re, re, do. Please try that. 1, 2, ready, go. Fa, fa, mi, mi, re, re, do. Next phrase is open, so. So, so, fa, fa, mi, mi, re. Please try that. 1, 2, ready, go. So, so, fa, fa, mi, mi, re. Nice job. Now, the rest of the song actually just repeats. So you play so, so, fa, fa, mi, mi, re. And then back to the beginning that we learned. Do, do, so, so, la, la, so, fa, fa, mi, mi, re, re, do. Alright, so now that you've learned all parts of the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, we'll put it together. I'll play with you. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Nice job. Now, if you're having trouble playing that song, please follow the following tips. Make sure that you're, again, not putting any pressure from your lower lip. You're just blowing and keeping the embouchure set, no matter what note you are playing. Second, if certain notes are having trouble coming out, this may mean that you are not covering the holes completely. Notice that my fingers cover the holes completely. And what you will have to learn is just a muscle memory of putting your fingers exactly where these holes are. And that may take some time, but that is probably the hardest part that will need to come for you to play this song. So you've learned how to do this, how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Please replay parts that you may need to master this song. So congratulations. I assume that most of you have learned how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Next episode we will play this piece, but using the upper range of this instrument. Thanks for watching.